Spring has sprung and it's time to reawaken my helper for the garden. I took the battery out over the winter time simply because I did not want the battery to freeze and left it out in the cold. So I'm getting the battery and we're gonna put it back in. The other thing I just realized is because the winter was so cold, in fact we had 2 weeks of 17 degrees, I mean real bad freezing. The fuel filter is kind of gnarly, so take a look at this. If you look real close, you see a real gummed up filter in there, so I'm gonna remove and replace the filter as well. And that's what we're gonna start with. I'm going to first clean up a little bit the area just so that no additional debris gets in there when we're doing this. Might as well. I don't really want to get diesel all over my hands, so there you go. I'll loosen this up. There you go. Okay. This is probably a good time to place a catch pan underneath the whole thing just so we don't make a huge mess. Smells like varnish. The amount of diesel that we caught really isn't all that much, and it actually looked like the system had a self-closing valve as I unscrewed the housing, so that gives me some hope I won't have to bleed it when we're done here. Okay, I don't know if my new filter actually came with a set of O-rings, so let me make sure I hold on to these for now, just in case they did not. Already had a filter on order, so that's beneficial. And it does come with the O-rings. Yay! So I don't have to worry about that. Excellent. This is a kind of a tight fit, so I'm just going to work it around and round and round and pull a little every single time until it comes out. I'm really glad I have one glove on and the other hand is completely uncovered in diesel nonetheless. There we go. It actually doesn't look that bad, so maybe just taking some kerosene and cleaning it up might do the trick just fine. I'm going to clean out the bowl, make sure all the debris is out. There are grooves in there, so line them up with a groove. Push the filter in. And put the O-rings on. Teeny tiny O-ring in. And back it goes. See how that fills back up when I put the filter in? So that's a good sign that I probably don't need to bleed it. Make sure we actually hand tighten it before it overflows too much. And there we go. This, by the way, is the oil stick, so I'm probably going to test that when we get ready to fire it up and when the oil is a little bit up to temperature. See how we're doing on that. All right, looks nice. All clean again. Onto the battery. Step 1 and step 2. And now it's like all other car batteries as well. Don't drop the tools into the terminals and make sure you have good contact. Simple. Nice thing is that those screws and those screws are all 10 mil. So kind of standardized on that one. Let's see if she starts and purrs like she should. With this tractor, you should either check the oil before you start the engine or 5 minutes or more after you turn it off. Seeing that the engine hasn't run in a few months, I figured the latter's the better choice. So the engine has been running for a few minutes, all the oil has moved around the engine and warmed up. It's been off for a few minutes and parked on a flat surface. In other words, it has settled back into the crankcase, and it's finally time to check the engine oil and coloration. Perfect. And clean. And that's it, at least for this spring. So if you ever wondered if you could do this kind of maintenance yourself, the answer is definitely yes, because this ain't rocket surgery. And if you need another incentive, the work we did here today cost about $10 for the fuel filter. I will put a link in the description in case you're interested. If you had somebody else work on the equipment for you, they'll charge well over $100 for the same amount of work we did here today. So get to know your equipment, do at least the basic maintenance yourself, save some money, and have a good time doing it. So until next time, thanks for watching.